Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now I had a chance to read a lot of the comments on my first episode before recording this one, which is kind of a change of pace for me, but generally everybody agreed that what I should probably do is just continue on and see how this works out, because the fight between France and Germany could really go two ways. With their IC really cranking because of their war economy, Germany might get super powerful and overrun all of Europe. France might get powerful and overrun Germany, but either way, you know, it could be fun. We'll have a super huge we could have a super huge German state to fight with lots of IC that's very strong, or Germany might collapse and unfold, and then we'd have the Soviet Union to play with. So we're going to start this episode off by seeing what we can do about our current diplomatic state. So we're going to go to the Axis. Our neutrality is currently 80. That's way too high. So we're too neutral. We can't really do much right now. Let's see. Dunkirk evacuation. Oh, anyway, I just got a little distracted down here. So, we're going to need to lower our neutrality. So, we're going to go to... Actually, our spies are through the roof, so we must have screwed something up. We got it set on research. Now we're okay there. Must have done it in the first episode. So, we're going to go to intelligence. And we're going to go to own spy, raising that. Okay, what we're going to do for ourselves... And we can do that. We can do that, actually. Well... support ruling party, raise national unity. Well, who's the great? I'm assuming Germany is the greatest threat against us. Yes, I like how Germany is declared war on France, which is my ally, but I'm not involved in the war. I just find the concept of the limited war kind of interesting coming from other Paradox games. Just thinking to myself, like, how much easier would Europa Universalis be if you could just go, I'm going to declare war on you, but I don't want your allies to help, so we're just going to leave them out of it. Alright, so what was I doing? Intelligence, we're going to go to Germany. Got tons of spies there, we're going to increase threat. It's really the only thing to do. They're threatening. And I just need to lower my my neutrality as best I can right now. I mean, we're not going to be able to do anything. I think someone said something in the comments pretty apt. You're not going to be able to do anything in the war making linen and chocolate, and that's pretty much what we're doing right now. So this is an entire army right here. 3rd Division, infantry, artillery. I don't know what QF stands for. Fighter bomber prototype has been stolen. The Boyd anti-tank rifle. Our anti-tank, the best anti-tank gun we have, is just an anti-tank rifle that was obsolete at the time of this war. Wow. So industry, well, at least we can get that going. Supply production. I mean, we literally have no production. Nothing. Not even for well, we can prioritize reinforcements and at least take care of some of that slowly. What we're going to be doing is cranking on speed 5 for a while and see what happens. So I was about to restart this, but then someone said that either way, someone suggested that, you know, even if we take out Germany easily, then we could just do Operation Unthinkable and take out the Soviet Union, which could be real fun. So we're going to see what happens. So infantry, 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 and armor. And armor is this one right here, because it's just 36. I mean, there's really not much to do other than just cranking on the highest speed the game will run. So defensive positions, that's in infantry. Right here. I mean, we're going to get all this technology. We got industry coming. Infantry support. Palestine rebels. Rebels against British colonialism. An increase in immigration. They kill 9 in Jaffa. Homes are set afire. Shops and orchards are destroyed. Struggling for independence. The Arabs stage strikes, boycotts, and demonstration. Trying to maintain order. British soldiers kill more than 140 Muslims. The rebellion will last till November and cause the British to adjust their policy regarding immigration in Palestine. Rebels. 0 regiments rise up. What? 0? That's a whole lot more than 0. But we have the 8th Infantry Division right here we can throw in. And we have cavalry we can send in down this way. I guess that's that. At least the tech is really cranking. Goes fast when you're playing on speed 5. Oh, that garrison deployment is something I always end up doing. I mean, it makes sense to be able to redeploy your garrisons quickly. Use them for taking out rebels and things like that. All this infantry stuff's finishing up, which I'm perfectly fine with, because there's going to be a lot of British infantry. Some of those flavor things I tend to just blow past. Read them once and then don't really pay too much attention to them. I think they actually do give you some sort of bonus here and there, but I don't know what it is exactly. Basing. Basing's going to be really important for the British. I mean, nothing's happening. They're at war, but they're just staring. They're just staring at each other from opposite sides of the fortifications here. I mean, I am very interested to see what comes of this, because I do not know what's going to happen with, like, Austria and Czechoslovakia in terms of Germany being at war. I think they have to be at peace for a lot of this stuff. 3 hurrahs. Nation. So we just finished this one. So some fighter bombers finished, and we're just going to throw them with the other fighter bombers. I mean, we have a little bit more production. Oh, it actually is. The reinforcement's basically finished now, so a little bit is going into production. Barely anything, but a little bit. Radios. It's electronics. There we go. So, the French have stacked the Maginot Line. The Germans have stacked the French border. I mean, with as much as they got. I mean, a lot of their units are... They're going to be building a lot of units, and a lot of their units are event spawned. So we're just going to... We'll, like... Especially the Spanish Civil War. Especially the German, infantry. A lot of the German infantry and a lot of the German tanks are event spawned. Alright, so that's nation. And this one, broadcasting. So it's July now. See, the French fleet is everywhere. And I tried, I tried to declare war on Germany. Allows construction of oil rig, that's a thing. Rocket test site. Industry, here we go. So we can build rocket test site if we so choose. But I don't know, do I want to as the British? I don't have any production. Why would I? I don't have any production right now. Let's take a look at Germany. So a couple months have passed, so let's take a look at Germany. What we need to do is look at ourselves. Highest threat. There we go. Alright, we're getting closer. I mean, it might take another year of, you know, spies and events and things like that, and I'm surprised the French aren't taking care of this. Oh, peace demonstration. I don't want that. Tens of thousands of people cheered the cabinet members and members of the opposition as they all meant to speak the public state. The head of the government and the leader of the opposition both spoke against involving the country in war. It's too peaceful. But we that's why Speed 5 exists. Getting through the peaceful, boring things. That's the whole point of Speed 5. Peace is boring. New monumental building for the nation. Let's see the plan. No, I always say that, let's see the plans, and I never see anything come. I mean, does it pop up somewhere? I guess it just pops up in London there as a national monument. Ruling party support. Money. National vote risk, leadership modifier. I'm gonna do leadership, try to get leadership modifier. I would love to actually start building more, expand air base. I mean, we should probably do at least one. That will give us the strategic resource, right? Major airbase. Reading. Reading? Is it Reading? And Dover. There's 2 in France to use. I'm seriously waiting for, like, either a major French or major German attack, but nothing's happening. Well, looks like the Germans are trying to assault Wissenberg here from one side, which I don't get. You could attack it from 3 sides, and you're attacking it from 1? That doesn't make sense to me. Machine gun focus, that's an armament here. What do we? Well, I was looking at. Let's do. It's on reinforcement now, but let's do up. We goddamn need to upgrade our damn military because it's terrible right now. We're basically all. It's basically all like antiquated World War I stuff. Giant infrastructure. That's nation, right? Yeah, right there. Basic mobilization, yay! Giant infrastructure projects, large fuel tanks, new projects. Politics. I actually want to, let's turn this off. And yeah, because I feel like when you put it on AI control, it doesn't always use the most effective stuff. Advanced training. I always like specialist training better. Organization regain rate, IC efficient, and more officers. That's why I like that. Free press, consumer, can't do anything about that. I need to be at war to have a mixed industry. Massive education, basic mobilization. So at least we have that. It's all volunteer army right now. Can't do anything about that. And we have an open society. Can't do anything about that right now. So at least we have basic mobilization. Getting a little bit more IC to work with. Jesus Christ, still only 108. Even as Japan, I was used to having more than that. Come on, we're England. We're the United Kingdom. We should be drawing resources in IC from half the fucking planet. So infantry and armament again. This armament's really going. That's good. And the infantry's really going as well. Here it is right there. Cancel that off. We're actually really cranking on research. But usually do in 1936 because there's a lot of like one-offs and easy tech to get in 36. See planes left and right. Moving around here. A lot of bombings. This attack looks like it's coming and going. I don't know if they're actually doing anything. Oh, it looks like they're beating the fuck out of the French here. Like, it looks like they're taking really heavy... The French are taking heavy casualties there. I see that. Italy just joined the Axis, which means Italy's probably going to be at war with France. Although it's a limited war. Let's look. Let's go to Europe. And Italy. At war with France. I'm too neutral. Well, I think the threat... I think I'll be able to declare war on them next year. 37, I think I'll be able to do it. 500 kilogram bomb. Wait, I think the Germans are actually trying to breach the Maginot Line. And for a second there, it looked like they were gonna do it, but the French did just bring in reinforcements, I can tell. There are fresh units in there. What I don't understand is why they're not attacking from multiple directions. I think I would see, even if they were doing the support attack, I would see it, right? They usually do heroic tales. I like their heroic tales. So yeah, it's basically going into upgrades right now. I think they're probably spread across pretty much like everything. Hawker Hurricane Mark 1A. That's my... Ooh. Okay. So we had the Bristol Bulldogs, but now I was about to say, those seem too advanced for us. I think the British liked rifle caliber machine guns and lots and lots and lots of them in their planes. The Hawker Hurricanes, I think the 1As, I want to say only had like 4 of them, but they really quickly upped it to 6 and then 8. And I believe some models, and especially in I'm pretty sure that they had this on the Typhoons too, for fighter bombers, was 12 30 caliber machine guns. What were we looking at? Destroyers. There's like ridiculous numbers. The Germans liked a combination of machine guns and cannons. The Germans love their cannons. The Americans loved their 50 cals. They put the Brownings, I think it was the Browning M2s, in basically everything. The Jarl March, or Crusade. October 36 protest against unemployment and extreme poverty suffered in northeast England. Alright. We can give them something. Lose 2 dissent. Lose money. Gain 5 dissent. I'd rather just do that. Oh, we have no money. We're poor. 1-year draft and full mobilization. Okay, so volunteer army. Cannot afford the associated cost. What's the associated cost? British Union of Fascist, the buff. What is the associated cost? Is it money? Do we need more cash? Huh. I thought you could just change the laws. Do you actually need money? We need more money, I guess. Diplomacy. Let's not automate trade. We need more money. We need to stop buying stuff is what we need. So, is it here? We are exporting money. Basically, anything where we don't want to export money. Am I doing this right? I'm importing money. Importing money means importing... We're selling this. Oh, yeah. So, Romania. Yeah, let's cancel a bunch of this stuff. Basically, stop buying stuff for a while. And let that money flow. There we go. Haha! Success. Now... Yes, you need to buy it, basically. You need to... How much does it cost? Like $75 or something like that? Fucking rate. Some more IC. Yeah, there we go. 170 something. Fucking rate. Now everybody's getting their goddamn upgrades. Armored cars are getting Boyd anti-tank rifles are still the go-to thing. Actually kind of want to let my money build up for a while, so we're just gonna kind of ignore all this trading agreement for all these trades, because I want to let this get up. How are we doing over here? Looks like Germans are still doing pretty good there. French are continuously pumping in fresh divisions, though. That's what I see happening. We would give them money in exchange for supplies. Nope. We're just going to ignore that stuff for now. Because I want to let that money build. I think at like 2,000 you can do specific things. So the Italians are doing what? Nothing. I think the Italians are afraid to move on the French. I mean, this is kind of a... Like playing as Italy, this can be a rough area to attack into if you're not really prepared for it. It's some stuff's finishing, but not much. Look, these planes are still... BBC television regular service begins. Very nice. Tune on to the TV. The survivors have returned from Abyssinia. Re-equip them. Good. Let's see. I want to see if these Gloucester... Ooh, the king intends to marry. Informs Stanley Baldwin of his intention to marry Wallace Simpson. Responds by informing the king that any woman he married would have to become queen in the British public, not accept Wallace Simpson as queen. King tells Mr. Baldwin when he's prepared to abdicate if the government opposes his marriage. Oh, I forgot about that stuff. Gloucester Gauntlet Mark II. So it's still a Gloucester Gauntlet, but it's just a Mark II now. And these should be upgrading to Hawker Hurricanes. A lot of people don't know, but you know, the Supermarine Spitfire gets all of the... Ooh, before I go into a diatribe there, we need to pick something here. I think this is because we have money. We can build one of these. Imperial University. Yeah. Money, supplies, and metal. Yeah. So, Imperial, let's see, this will do what? Highly educated, investing in advanced education system, increase our leadership, provide better educated people for research. Several thousand officers. Okay, so this would improve leadership, improve officers. Huge amounts of money, and open the, well, money's good. Foreign affairs. Okay, Palace of Justice. Global intelligence, seat of government. Feared police headquarters or war games office. War games include public exhibition for all three branches of the armed forces. For every branch, you have to perform one great public spectacle. If all three are successful, you get a permanent boost to your organization. That's interesting. But I'm kind of thinking finance right now. Because money was what we were lacking. Oh, we're going to cancel that. Heavy cruisers, so we're going to go to cruisers. And we're going to take this off. Probably going to end up doing, before the war really kicks off, money, 25%. Yeah, look at that. So we're going to let that crank up. I'm going to probably let that crank up and for a while before I automate trade again. I never really feel like trade... I just felt it was so boring in this game. You know, it's an important thing, but I just never felt it was terribly necessary. So, I mean, well, the Germans beat the fuck out of the French here, but I don't know what kind of losses they sustained. The French just kept pumping in more units. More and more and more and more and more. No, I don't think it'll let me do something else at 2,000 until next year. So we have low popularity. That sucks. Wargame offer. Money is at least 2,000. Supplies 12,000. Is at peace. Stupid generals until November of 37. Wow. Well, let's do the war games and see what happens, because I've never done that before. If all the armed forces show their skill, everybody will know the nation's power. This is a wonderful idea. Stupid generals. Well, okay, we're gonna try the war games while we're at peace. All right, what do we got going here? Strategic and operational doctrine. Some stuff have finished on here. Strategic. Well, that was the operational, and we're strategic. Great War analysis and cavalry exportation. The British are really into their cavalry. That's true. Direct fire unit training, so that's all of the big guns, basically. Public, ugh. We keep getting dissent, which I hate. Upgrades are slowing down. It was at like 130 before. It's not that bad, really. All right, what can we do? 2-year draft. All right, so let's get that up. The Germans are attacking again, this time from across the river, which I don't get. Okay, there we go. Now they're attacking from multiple sides at the same time. And these battles have been raging for weeks and months. But think about what'll happen if the Germans break through the Maginot Line right here. Open field for them. They'll have a straight shot. Yes, we will do that. Decline. I'm kind of interested in France falling, honestly. Right now I'm kind of rooting for the Germans because I don't want this to be an easy play for me. I want this to be interesting and fun. And espionage. Reduce our neutrality. National focus. Health and education. Sciences. Royal Navy. I mean, I don't really... am I going to be building a lot of ships right now? In 1937? Resources, health and education. Let's do Royal Navy. Build the shipyards. We need them. We're going to need them. Long-term investment. The money. Stop the fascists. We get Egypt. Yes. Independent. In order to better defend the Suez Canal, it is wise for the United Kingdom to control the Egyptian troops and the tourists. Stop the fascists. So we're going to do that. Fleet exhibition. You get Proud Navy until December of 37. So the end of the year, but that cost me 15,000 supplies. Ordering the battleship Prince of Wales. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to order the battleship King George V. No, I've never actually done this before. I want to see if anything comes of it. I mean, it makes me a little bit nervous, but I honestly want to see if it unlocks other things. All right, there we go. National recruiting policy for balanced and sustainable. Let's go look at Egypt. So Egypt is now part of the United Kingdom, and we personally control all these troops, I believe. Egyptian garrison, yeah. Artillery, medium artillery, and heavy artillery. That seems like the perfect combination. Public Order Act of 1936. Ban the wearing of political uniforms in any public palace or public meeting. Public place, not palace. Require police consent for political marches to go ahead. Also prohibited organizing, training, equipping, or associated persons for the purpose of enabling them to employ or usurping the function of the police. So, fascists go... Okay, basically, it kind of outlawed things like the SA. Yeah, we're going to do that. Royal Ordnance Factory in Nottingham. Yes. Let's get that going. Royal Ordnance Factory in Fazakerley. Let's get that going too. Fazakerley. That's hell of a name. 182. That's so much better than what we were working with before. Indian independence. This is a turning point. So we can negotiate with the Indian independence movement or take control over the British India. A nationwide struggle for independence has been launched by the Indian National Congress and other political organizations. The revolutionary movement for Indian independence is often a less highlighted aspect of the Indian independence movement. The underground revolutionary factions. The government believed in armed revolution against the British. Okay, so we set up and train the army in India. All we need is a small garrison force to police the continent, or we don't need their help. I feel like we do need an army in India. Is there any units in India right now? Basically, no. There's some light bombers, some passenger ships, and some flotillas. Like, who is this? Colonial cavalry and recon cavalry. So let's just go attack the militia with the cavalry and see what comes of it. And the Germans are not attacking anymore, it doesn't look like. I think they must be wiped out too, because I don't see them doing anything anymore. Let's actually go back to diplomacy and automate the trade again, just so that it'll start moving around again. Another Royal Ordnance Factory. So we got some IC to work with now. Jesus Christ, we had nothing before. Nothing. And it's still mostly going into upgrades, and I can completely understand that. We were basically wildly out of date. I bet the Navy is getting massive upgrades. Air Force as well. Abdication of King Edward the Third, or 8th. Third, I was way off. Jesus Christ. More dissent. Come on, England. Get over your shit. Oh, we need more officers, don't we? Ooh, what is this? 3-year draft? Get that going. Boom. 3-year draft. All right, but we're going to end this episode right here. We made it up to January of 37. Germany and France still at war. Germany trying hard to breach the Maginot Line, but utterly failing. I would have really liked to know what the casualties in that battle those multiple battles would have looked like. So, everybody, if you have enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like. Leave me those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.